Hello everybody, this is Raphael here, and today we are going to be playing the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. It's a game I got with the Humble Bundle. I was just playing around with friends and stuff. Now, I feel like I need to pardon myself for a lot of things, like how I don't post any videos regularly or anything like that. Well, that's partly due to my computer not being able to run the recording software with the games that I want to record, and the fact that I don't own that many games for the computer. Most of my games are on console, and I can't really record my console at the moment. Mainly because I need another monitor for that. I use the same monitor for my computer and my console, so using a recording software for that is really going to be hard. I really don't care. Let's stick to what they got. New expansion. I don't care. I'm not here to spend money. I'm here to record. So let's check the options real quick. No, fuck the screen shaking. Okay, I'm not going to be using a gamepad. Oh, okay. Wait, extras? Well, that's pretty interesting. But that's not what we're going to be doing. Story. Greetings, player. Welcome to the world of Titans. In particular, the most notorious of all lands, Alancia, or however that's said. I think I said it properly. I'm Oriana, the Keeper of Souls, your guide and your game master of sorts. Many adventures have entered Firetop Mountain over the last 30 or so years. Voracious readers have wandered the many passages, battling the... Why would readers even enter there? Anyhow, battling the monsters within, negotiating the many traps. Oh, then to take on the massacre of the world. I don't get this! With skill, stamina, and luck, they have chosen the many path and rolled their fate. Many of these brave young adventurers have perished in the darkness, and their souls even now lie unclaimed. You appear to be the next brave soul to take on the mountain, and all it contains. To do this, you will need to choose an Elysian hero to take to the mountain. I still don't get the voracious reader. Is it like breaking a fourth wall and just saying, like, yeah, this game is kind of text-based, so... surprise. Don't get too comfortable with your choice, however, as the way are treacherous, and it is doubtful that you will survive only by bringing me the souls of the fallen. May you be blessed with new heroes over time, each with their own quest within Zagor's domain. Select your hero. This one seems interesting. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's a girl. Blackstone is famed for her many adventures. Her name is still in many parts, no matter where she is. An experiencer and a dust sword arm. She gets that station. Quickly and diplomatically reducing the needs for unnecessary conflicts. Educated. Has an above average level of education. Lucky. Fortune favors you often. Attack, frontal attack, right attack, piercing strikes. Okay, that's fairly nice. And quick jab. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Seems good enough for me. Begin. You have chosen Alexandra of Blackside, a wise choice for your first game, player. Before entering the mountain, I want you to visit the one-armed Swordmaster Vanville. Lin wins. Oh, fuck that. He will teach you the basic of combat, which you need to know if your hero survives Zagor's domain. During your adventures, you will encounter many different foes, magical and monstrous, brigand and beast. There will be an assortment of creatures lurking within Firetop Mountain. Eager to bring your adventure to a premature end. But let us learn to walk before we start running, shall we? Fuck that. Wants you to fight with fight some Quintons, which will allow you to experience how combat functions. Now, FYI, starting now, all names like this, which I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce, or the likes, I'm just gonna call them fuck that. So fuck that can be a he, a she, an elf, a dwarf, an orc, or whatever. It really doesn't matter. Fight the Quintons. Isn't that training dummy? During combat you can choose... yeah. During combat you can choose to move or attack by selecting a space. Oh. Select move to advance forward to the Quinton. Move. Oh. There we go. After you select your action, both you and your opponent will play out their moves simultaneously. Okay, that's interesting. Move to the side to avoid the Quinton's attack. Sometimes it's better to attack where the enemy is likely to move instead of where they currently are. Attack the space in front of them. Ah, I see. This is gonna be interesting. Both you and your foe try to attack each other at the same time, you will clash. It is then a test of who has the greatest skill, with the loser taking damage. I think it's pretty obvious, considering what's happening, that my character has the highest skill. Oh, it's luck. It's luck based. Enemies will move and attack you in somewhat predictable pattern. Pay attention to when they shake to indicate that they will be attacking next rounds. Movement and attack to defeat the Quinton. Oh! Ho ho ho! I can attack you though. Aw. Haha! Actually, no. I think he's gonna move forward. Let's go with that. Oh. Well then, screw you. Go die in a fire. Clash 1, you are triumphant. This is gonna be a very interesting game. Ooh, fighting two opponents at once. In addition to the basic attack, a hero has a special attack that can unleash these powerful attacks. It takes others, so you use them sparingly. Defeat this pair of Quintons. How do I use a special attack? Piercing strike. Well, that works. I'm gonna attack there. Really? Alright. Let's attack there again. That's one down. You know, once you figure out how it goes, it's not that hard. As I say, as I'm about to get murdered in the first battle, there isn't a tutorial match. But let us learn to walk forward. Oh wait, no, that's already done. Victory, lost no stamina, you gain 3 souls. Yeah, you defeat the Quintons, you mean training dummies. Living training dummies. Congratulations, you have passed the basic combat. I forgot to put a timer. Better late than never. I lose track of time way too easily. 30 minutes or so. It's gonna be a bit longer than 30 minutes. Just one more thing, player. While on your quest, keep an eye out for wooden benches like this one. Bench? Oh! Oh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that, and after I'm gonna click on it. whenever I'm there. Using them will allow you to restore your stamina. If you run out of stamina, your adventure ends, so be sure to... What the fuck? Why do I keep yawning? Yeah. Using them will allow you to restore your stamina. If you run out of stamina, your adventure ends, so be sure to take a rest now and then. You also have some provisions, which you can use at any time, but they tend to work best when you're resting at a bench, so keep that in mind. Basically, forget about stamina if you're not at a bench. Well then. I'm not gonna die in combat now, am I? Click to continue. You will receive 3 resurrection stones at the start of your quest. If your adventure dies heroically, you can use 1 stone to bring them back to life. Be warned though that your hero will only appear at the last bench you have. Also, there are checkpoints. You also lose any souls that you absorb between the seat and the location of their death. This is where I leave you, player. It is time for you to begin your journey. God damn it! Ugh. I wasn't even yawning before I started this, and now it's like, oh yeah, this game is interesting. Let me just keep yawning throughout my recording session. Ugh. It's as if, like, if I'm not talking to someone that's right in front of me, or online, like to a friend or something, I will just keep on yawning like crazy. It's just, whatever, let's just keep going. Travel to Firetop Mountain. You're not gonna tell me it's that easy, are you? Wow, it really is that easy? I thought it was just gonna be like a few fights on the way there, and after there's fights. Whatever. The villagers of Anvil cheered with excitement as you begin your 2-day hike to Firetop Mountain in cries of "Return to us safely, Alexandra, and may the luck of the gods be with you," rang out. Your fame reaches even to remote towns like Anvil. Click to continue. Your mysterious patron, a sorcerer known to you only as Kith, wants you to seek a massive ruby, known as the Eye of the Cyclops, and give it to Zagor, the warlock who rules this mountain. When you ask Kith about the significance of the ruby, the sorcerer only smiled and said, "You'll see." The citizens who live in the foothills of the mountain fear Zagor and have been very reluctant to tell you anything that may help you find him, fearing for their own safety. You have mixed feelings about the adventure ahead of you. Just hope that Kith's instructions are honorable and you do not let the local people down. One thing is clear though, you will not be dealing with any ordinary wielder of magic. You must be on your guard. It takes you 2 days to reach the menacing looking... Should I put an accent to my voice or something for this? Here, let me try. It takes you 2 days to reach the menacing looking mountain, with its sharp, rocky crags that just out at unnatural angles. At the top you can see the eerie red coloring, probably some savage vegetation which has given the mountain its name. You approach a cave, a known entrance used by a local band of orcs. Your hand gripping the hilt of your long sword as you consider what danger may lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. Click to continue. Nice. Here to the gloom. You see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold, dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. With the smell of orc up close, I have a feeling I'm going to meet some formidable foes. That ruby is in this mountain somewhere, so I'm going to have to ask politely, using my sword, of course. Step warily into the darkness. Blackness. Whatever. Same difference. You stand in a dark, slimy cave entrance. Approach the fork ahead. After a few yards, you arrive at a junction. Turn west, turn east. So I could start a battle, or I could keep walking. Is that a guard? If it is, he's guarding something that could be nice, so let's turn west. Let's live dangerously. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Fuck. Oh, he's asleep. You approach with caution and can see an orc in leather armor asleep at his post. I hope all of Zager's minions are thus lazy. This could be my quickest adventure yet. Carefully approach a sleeping orc. As he is asleep, it should be no trouble for you to wake him so you can get some information. He's a sentry. Basically means we shouldn't be going there. I could interrogate him. I could tiptoe past. There are dogs next. Might as well interrogate him. You prod the orc awake with the pommel of your sword. He leaps to his feet, flailing for his weapon, which you swiftly kick out of his reach. I am Alexandria Blacksand. I seek the eye of the Cyclops. The orc seems to recognize you. Wait. The orc seems to recognize you. Or at least, he recognizes your sharp sword and heavy armor. He does not speak the trade tongue, but his shrugging and sniveling makes it clear that you are not going to get any useful information out of him. Tie him up and gag him. Continue along the passage. The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of I could have sworn those were dogs. They have the proportion of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. Sorry. The two orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. I've come across these poor creatures before on previous quests. Orcs generally don't treat them very well, which can make them quite vicious. You're going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, or maybe something even worse. Orc hounds. The orc hounds wait expectantly. Remembering your education on the beasts of Titan, think back to the notes on orc hounds. Although vicious, they are easily distracted as long as you have the right treat. Giant Arf Wolf. Or however that's said. Come on. What do you want to offer the animals? I don't have the meats. Don't want to throw away my provisions. Alright, fight them instead. Drawing your weapon, you prepare to engage the orc hounds in combat. However, because they are chained to the wall, their movement is limited. Don't I have range attacks? What to do here? Let's move up here. This one's gonna attack, this one's gonna move here. Let's attack. No, it attacked. Huh. Alright. Shit. Not helpful. Actually, let's move here. Move. Move. Shit. It attacked first. Got it. Alright, that's one down. How am I gonna take care of the other one, though? Better be careful. Go quick jab. There we go. You're triumphant. You lost 1 stamina, you gained 4 souls. You have defeated the Orc Hounds. Ooh, a bench. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. Set against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Player, I would strongly advise sitting on this bench. If you do not, Alexandra of Blacksand will not be able to resurrect at this location if they perish. Sure. You sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease and your tiredness wane. It is good to take a break on your adventure. +5's goddamn stamina. I only lost 1. And it doesn't get higher. Yeah. Continue along the passage. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there's a rough-cut wooden door. Listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Let sleeping dogs lie. You arrive at it. You arrive at another door. You listen at it, but hear nothing. The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There is a stale smell in the air. In the center of the room is a makeshift wooden table, on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box. In the far corner of the room is a straw. Wait, a single straw? What? There are carved runes on the box. Due to your excellent education, you can roughly translate these into snake surprise. As you pick it up, something rattles within. I mean, if it's written snake surprise, I wouldn't open it. You open the lid and a small snake pops out of the box, eager to bite your wrist. Even though you are surprised, you manage to dodge them. Fight the snakes! Wait, there's more to— oh shit. This seems pretty obvious. Wait, what? Why is it attacking the table? Whatever, quick chat. Oh, these ones have ridiculously low health. Alright, I'm going there. This should be easy. Attack. I attacked the table for 9 damage. Oh, what? Screw you. Come on, I'm trying to attack it. Oh, screw you. Move. Can it only attack in angles? Well, that's interesting. I lost 4 fucking stamina, though. You gained 4 souls. You have defeated the snakes! The box has fallen to the ground during your fight with the snakes. There appears to be nothing else inside it. It must have been a practical joke made by one of the orcs. You decide to continue to head deeper into the orcs' barracks. Leave the empty room. The tunnel turns eastward and then splits. Northward seems to add quite a bit, but eastward has an interesting floor pattern. Maybe in jewelry. Let's go northward. Further up the passage on the west wall, you see another wooden door. You sit at the door and hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. Nope. Not touching that one. Ooh. Passage splits again. That door seems interesting. I'm going north. You listen. Angry shouting. Go inside and investigate. You open the door to a large room. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. Well, fuck. In a corner of the room stands a strange-looking orc with a warty face, standing over a smaller orc with a whip in its hand. He has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. What has happened to that poor creature's head? It looks deformed. As you spring at the orc, his servant rises to his feet, picks up a hefty wooden stick, and joins the melee. But to your disappointment, he attacks you. Ungrateful. Thanks for nothing, trying to assist the orc servant. Let's try to escape. Fuck you. Yeah, let's walk straight. I'm impressed they're not following us. Wow. Kate? Oh, prisons. Let's see if we can't save some prisoners. The passageway leads into a square dungeon chamber. There are 2 doors on the eastern wall and 2 on the western wall. On the opposite side of the room, another passageway leads away north. The first door to the right is well used, and putting your ears to the keyhole, you listen and hear a man scream for help from the inside. Before deciding what to do next, you listen at the other doors as well. From behind the second door, the right, you hear a thumping sound in the wood. Hello? Hello? Not funny. Open the door. The first door to the left is made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear the sound of tortured scream coming from within. Putting your ears to the sound of the left, you hear nothing. Kinda wanna open all of those. All the doors. But the first door on the right. You unbolt the door and swing it open. A nausing stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room, the floor is covered with bones, rotting vegetation, and slime. Wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming. Jesus fucking Christ, that looks terrifying. And I've seen some shit. His beard is long and grey, and he is waving an old wooden chair like he is simply insane as he appears, or has this been some kind of trap? Oh, cool. You shout, "You are freed, old man," at top of your voice. Instantly, his ranting ceases. He stops dead in his tracks and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. Alexandra of Black said, "Finally a familiar face. You have my eternal gratitude." As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you, in the search of the warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into his solitary cell as a sort of pet for the creatures. This must be the errant guard that I've heard about. There have been many tales told of this great warrior. Sadly, his time in confinement has not been kind to him. You asked the man about the Eye of the Cyclops. His memory is poor after so long in isolation, but he says he has heard of such a thing. Rumors of an immense gem powering an evil construct which draws life from demonic power. I always thought it was just a superstitious rumor, though. +1 luck. Yeah! Leave the filthy cell. Let's try the thumping. What the fuck? let out, waking up. Sliding back to the rusty bolt and opening the door, you come face to face with a panic-looking goblin with a horrific creature closing in behind it. Slime beast, run, squeaks the panic goblin and lashes out at you. Toad-like slime beast joins in on the fray, opening its wide mouth. It is full of long, spiked teeth. How did I know? I knew it was gonna be bad, but... I mean, come on, you can never expect things to be that bad. Actually, no. Attack there. Ow! Shit, I'm gonna move over here. Okay, I can strike at it before it comes. Come on. There we go. Piercing strike. Shit. Let's go here. Move. Can't do so. Move. He's trapped. Smack him. Yeah, I think he can only hit in angles. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop moving sideways. Clash. And I... Oh, shit. Oh, I won! I thought he had a 6 and a 5. Didn't pay too much attention then. You lost 2 stamina. You gained 4 souls. You have defeated the monsters. Initially, it looks as though there is nothing of value in the slime beast cell. However, upon a second glance, you notice a blue candle sitting in the muck. Sure, let's take that. Although it is an odd place for a candle, you decide to take it with you. It may become handy in one of those darker areas of the mountain. You put it in your backpack. Like, is the candle, like, lit? Because if it's not, then you're good. But if it is, why would you put it in your bag? Just a small detail they didn't mention. There's slime beast cell, where you can hear tortured screams. We're looking for a fight. The door's not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the wall. In the center of the room, 2 small hunchback goblins are having their fiendish way with the dwarf, who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrist. The 2 hunchbacks are poking, cutting him viciously with their swords. Wow, what dicks. The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily at you as if it was your fault that the dwarf has collapsed. I can't let these goblins get away with such barbaric practices. They're fucking goblins. What do you expect of them? That they were going to be reading books? No, they're going to be reading the entire B-movie script to that dwarf. Actually, no, that's even more barbaric. Never mind. The 2 evil creatures give a loud shriek as they rush forward to attack you. Readying your weapon, you dive into battle. Fight the goblins. Fight! Maybe if I would have went to the dwarf first, that might have helped. Oh well. Let's smack that guy. Haha! Shit. Here, I'm gonna go here. You can't escape from me. Well played. I take a hit no matter what. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack straight on. Yeah. You have defeated the goblins. You lost 2 stamina, you gain 4 souls. I have 10 stamina. You cut down the dwarf. With the last of his strength, he opens his eyes, looks at you, then looks downwards. His eyes close again, and this time he breathes his last. You gently rest the dead dwarf on the floor. What will you do now? I kind of want to search both. Let's search the goblins first. Bravely, you search the bodies of 2 dead goblins. As you go through their pockets, you find a large piece of sweet-smelling cheese. I'll take that. You take the cheese. Who knows? It might just come in handy. You decide to leave the torture chamber before you are discovered. Leave the room. How much time we got left? Just about 3 minutes. Okay, we have time for the last room. Open the second door to the left. The door is unlocked. Opening it, you find yourself at the threshold of the orc weapons store. Torch hangs from one wall, lining up a small armor room, stocked with swords, shields, helmet, daggers, breastplates, and the like. A circular iron shield with a golden crescent lies at the far end of the room. However, as you do not use the shield, it is worthless to you. Let's search the room. You poke around the room. The weapons are blunted and worthless, and the helmets are battered and rusty. What did you expect? It's fucking orcs. You decide to inspect the breastplates on the shelves to see if there is anything worthwhile there. Behind one of the breastplates is a shiny key. It seems quite important. You decide to take it. Zagor's key found. Oh, leave the room. Leave the room. Leave the chamber. Exiting the dungeon, you hear the sound of water ahead of you and make out a grilled portcullis at the end of the passageway. Before you can reach the portcullis, you will have to cross a bridge that passes over a gully, a gurgling brackish water. Brackish? Is that a typo? Oh, whatever. You suspect it may actually be a sewer, judging by the smell rising from it. Or it's just orc water. Well, I'm actually going to stop the timer right here. Pause. I'm going to restart it. Just to make up for lost time, since I haven't been uploading a lot. I'm going to make this video, maybe it's going to be around an hour long. So, if you find this boring, you might as well just leave. Actually, it might just get more interesting from here on out. I mean, I'm not that desperate yet. I still have 10 stamina, 10 skills, so... I mean, my health is a bit low, but that's it. Okay, make your way towards the bridge. As you make your way towards the bridge, you pass some goblins, which appear uglier than all the creatures you have encountered so far. Wow, that's impressive. One of the goblins spots you, and its eyes turn wide. Black sand! Black sand! It exclaims as it begins to run towards you. It knows me. Let's keep our weapons shelved. The tiny creature runs up towards you and begins to hug your leg. It is pleased to see you. Black sand! Black sand! It wails with glee over and over. It seems that this goblin has heard of you and become a fan. I'm getting tired of this. Let go, idiot. The goblin only grips tighter. Black sand! Black sand! You whack on the head with your sword and the creature loosens its hip. Dazed with a final fall and shake, you shake the goblin. You send the goblin off the bridge and into his sewer below. Oops, I'm sure that goblin will be fine. Most of them can swim. Leave the orc barracks. Wait, no, that's a dungeon, not barracks. You arrive at the end of the passage. An iron portcullis. I still... Still can't say that. Blocks your way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it. Is there a lever nearby? A crank? Yeah, there's literally 2 levers. Pull both at the same time, see what happens. On the wall to your right are 2 levers, and it seems likely that these levers have something to do with raising the portcullis. Right is always right. I'm going to die, aren't I? Oh, okay, I'm good. You hear a deep rumbling noise, and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily, the portcullis rises into the ceiling. With hesitation, you walk towards the junction, listening carefully. Is that a monk or something? Suddenly, a terrified young man runs into you. His white, ruined, embroidered robes are torn and smudged with dirt. Looks at you with panic in his wide eyes. I yield. Education is not worth this much danger, no matter how great the reward. You calm the young student down, and he begins to relax. My name is Ian the White. Well, not so white anymore. Or you're racist. I'm just kidding. This is a fantasy world, so it's probably a title of some sort. Which it is. He says, I am a humble acolyte seeking entry to the school of sorcery. You learned that he gained entry, but he was deemed unworthy by the elemental masters. Okay. I wonder if this fellow knows where the eye is located. You ask the young acolyte if they know the whereabouts of the ruby that you seek. He becomes frightened once more when you mention the name. Yes, I know where the eye that you seek. It belongs to the Cyclops himself, who resides in what is left to the dwarven halls over to the east. Follow the passage, and whatever you do, always make sure you stay heading east. There you will find it. The young man points down the passageway before pushing past you and running off. You try to catch up with him, asking for more information, but he darts under the portcullis turned earlier. There's no point in chasing him back through there. I should continue eastward to try to find this Cyclops. Continue east. Just keep going east. Cautiously, you creep along the passageway. After a short time, you reach a fork in the path, with the path continuing northward. Eastward, you can see a broad stone bridge. Rest here, you weary traveler. Yep. That robbed fellow told me to keep heading east, but maybe I should have a small rest first. Yup. Let's consume some provisions this time. You sit down on the bench and take out a portion of your provisions from your pack. Your moment of rest combined with your healthy provisions make you feel much better. I'm guessing I healed. Plus 10 stamina. Whilst this rest is appreciated, I should press on quickly. That eye's close. I can feel it. You feel eyes upon you? I feel like this is a death trap. You follow the path to the east. Soon enough, you arrive at a broad but cracked stone bridge which leans over a yawning subterranean chasm. On the other side of the bridge, you can see an archway carved to resemble a huge dwarven head. With no other option, you start to cross the bridge. No sooner have you taken a few steps that the floor begins. I fucking called it. Break into a run to avoid the crumbling floor. Test your skill. What do I need? Click. 3. Fuck. Skillful. You need a score of 10 or under, and roll the score 3. Oh, what? 10 and under? Damn. I thought it would be like 10 and higher, or whatever. You escape from the crumbling floor. Nice. Then again, I have huge luck. You sigh with relief. You can hear the masonry crashing down far below into the water. The sounds vibrate across the chamber, and you wonder what creatures you have stirred in darkness beyond. Let's not look. Never look into the void, because it will look into you. The carved dwarven head archway looms ahead, and you marvel at its construction. The previous inhabitants of Firetop Mountains were obviously once proud of their home, as shown in this high-level artistry. The features look to have been chiseled into the rock face in a style that could only be of dwarven design. It's a fucking dwarf head! What did you expect? I mean, it's not like an elf head, which would be quite surprising, actually. Well, it's not like they're, snow elves from Skyrim, which actually got forced on the ground, but whatever. Let's keep going. Dwarves never cease to amaze me in their skill and artistry. Enter the dwarven mouth entrance. You enter the dwarven entrance hall. It is everything you expected, lined with tall stone columns that stretch into the darkness, intricately carved with the image of dwarven heroes of old. There's a passageway to my left, but, yeah. Oh, nice. There's even an image. Oh, that looks nice. I like the blue. This stonework is incredible! I can see each beard hair. No, I can't. I think you're exaggerating. About halfway down the hall, you notice a path that leads off to the left, behind one of the statues. Yeah, I noticed. He said absolutely stay on the east. Okay, continue further down the hall. As you walk through the halls, you notice movement out of the corner of your eye. Something appears to be watching you. Could it be that little bugger over there? I have no time to chase strange creatures. I must find that eye. Leave the hall. Bugger got crushed. You reach a junction with 3 different passageways. With east still at the forefront of your mind, there is only one option you can take. Head east. Continue along the passageway, heading east. Soon you come across another junction. Ahead to the east you can see a wooden door. The other passageway continues north. Continue east. While the passageway looks interesting, I need to keep pushing it east. It looks like I'll be opening that wooden door. Boss fight! You head east to the wooden door, trying it. The door opens and you enter a small room. Your eyes widen as you look around to see that the walls of the room are covered in ornate stonework. Mosaic and marble inlay give this room a kind of beauty you have never seen before. In a corner of the room, a large metal statue of a one-eyed creature. In its single eye is a sparkling jewel. That is definitely not a statue. I mean, how would it be able to stand like that? This has to be the eyes. Let's take the jewel and probably die. You approach the statue cautiously. A scampering behind you makes you flash around, but it is only a rat. You feel at the jewel, but it is solidly in place. Try to pry it off, and as you work, you hear an ominous creaking noise. To your horror, the statue is beginning to move. I fucking called it. You jump down and draw your weapon. The iron cyclops crane its head around towards you and step down from its pedestal. There's only one way you're going to get your hands on that ruby, battled the Iron Cyclops. Drawing your weapon, you ready yourself for a battle against this strange creature. Its ruby eye glints in the cave light as the animated statue twists its neck, searching for you. So it breaks its own neck. The heavy iron footsteps ring throughout the cave floor as it approaches, slowly at first but quickly gaining speed as though getting used to its new body. Raise both hands, flashing its forward tongue, ready to strike, fight you. Oh fuck! That thing is huge. Strike at it? Try piercing strikes. The fuck? Move. 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 Nope. Fuck you. Jesus fucking Christ. Come on. Jesus Christ. How powerful is that bastard? I haven't managed a single hit off of it. Piercing strike. That's a double hit if it hits. If I win the clash. Yes! No. Let's strike here. Yes! Okay, I'm finally starting to deal damage. Quick jab. Come on, come on, come on. Fuck! Okay, let's move there. Oh, that was a safe one. Yes! Whew. Not necessarily intense, but hard nonetheless. You lost 7 stamina, you gained 8 souls. You have defeated the Iron Cyclops. You sit back and rest from the exhausting battle. Warily, you approach a statue. The jewel glints in the light, tempting you. Keith wasn't wrong, the eye is certainly a thing of beauty. Take the jewel. You prize the jewel from the still statue, which is surprisingly heavy in your hand. You put it in your back. Now to deliver this lovely ruby to Sagor, I'm still not sure why I need to do this, but I have to trust Kith. Surely, yet more fame and glory awaits me. Achievement unlocked. I don't believe this. Punts. I want to examine the statue further. As you examine the statue, you notice that one of its breastplate section is loose. When you open this, you are surprised to discover that it's empty. Well, at least you still have the jewel. Wow, that's actually quite impressive. It's a hollow statue. Let's head north. Let's explore the place. You enter another room guarded by stone statue. The statue in this room look like. There are 2 exits from this room. The door to the left sounds rather quiet, while the door to the right seems to have somebody talking behind it. And you try to reach Sager quickly to let... She has good intuition, so as you approach the left-hand door, there's a rumbling. Both statues move and come to life. They lumber away from the wall, clearly intent on stopping the intruder from... What is it with me and fighting statues? Oh, they're facing away from me. Ah! I see. Let's try that. How do they move faster than me? They can only move one. Fuck. And I can't move diagonally. Yep. Do they just go in circles constantly? Seems like it. Okay. I can deal with this. I shouldn't have taken any damage though, but I took some because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why. Come on. Just turn off my heater. I'm starting to sweat. You are triumphant. You lost 2 stamina, you gained 8 souls. You have defeated the stone golems. Yeah, I know, I'm clicking. There we go. The stone golems are now touching nothing more than a pile of rubble. You step over the remains and open the door to the next room. You are greeted by an eerie sight indeed. It is a corridor lined with many stone hands. They all seem to be reaching from the walls, but they remain completely motionless. You have an unpleasant feeling that these carvings are there for more than just a hair's vision. Cautiously, you begin to step through the hallway. Nothing seems to have happened. Relax and continue through the corridor. Once you're about halfway through the corridor, the stone hands begin to stir. Suddenly, they spring to life. Some of them detach from the wall and skid unnaturally. Fuck that. Like great stone spiders. One leap at you and you manage to dodge it, sending you crashing into the wall. However, this does not phase the hand. It rushes immediately back at you. Next time, we're going with my intuition. Worth it. Oh, they can hit sideways. Oh shit. Better move out. I have low health. Damn it! Move back. That was definitely a fucking trap. Wait. Actually, no, attack there. Haha, you got it now. Actually, no. I'm getting tired of this game. Fuck you. God, those hands were annoying. And I lost quite a bit of health there. You have defeated stone hands. You carry on throughout the passageway and enter into another room of similar size. The room is splendidly decorated with a polished marble floor and rough walls. There are numbers of painting hanging on the wall, and a dwarven woman is staring at them intensely, giggling madly. Her hair is unkempt and her clothes are ragged. Her eyes are sunken and tired, as though she has not slept for weeks. At her feet is an assortment of strange trinkets, small bones, teeth, gold pieces, bits of half-eaten food, and a splintered piece of wood. Some of these objects have been placed underneath various paintings. Master, look what Thamia has brought for you today, she murmurs. Leave the room. Yeah, I don't want to go insane. You leave the unnerving room full of paintings and a poor crazed dwarf. Just up the passageway there is a small alcove on the rocks. Oh fucking finally. It seems a convenient hiding place, and a wooden bench is nested within the alcove to allow you to rest. I'm gonna consume some provisions. You sit down on the bench, take out a portion of your provision for your pack. The moment of rest combined with your healthy provision makes you feel better. Can I get some heals? Head north. Before long you arrive at another junction, reaching off to the east and west. Let's head west. There's a door there, so... The passageway ends at a stairwell. At the top you find yet another wooden door, this time a small one with a carved bone handle. You listen but hear nothing from it. Inside, open the door. Death awaits us all! Huh. You try the handle and the door opens into a room with sandy floor. You can hear the sound of fast flowing water. In one corner of the room is a pile of rumble, mainly stones and dust, but there are also two odd-shaped pieces of wood and a length of rope. A door underneath the wall leads on. Study the length of rope. You pick up the rope. It looks normal. In fact, it looks as if it might be quite useful. You open your pack to put it in. Suddenly it comes alive in your fingers. Snape quickly... Thank God I have great luck. Apparently. Yay! Cut the rope with your weapon. As the rope tightens around you, you squirm and struggle to reach for your weapon. Quickly but carefully you slice the rope, and it falls to the ground, still twitching and still alive. The enchanted rope is finally disposed of. There appears to be magic littered throughout Firetop Mountain. Either Zagor is careless or he's up to something. Leave through the north door. The passage leads you northward. The rocky floor becomes sandy until eventually you're walking on coarse sand. Notice the passage is widening and ahead of you. You can hear flowing water. I've heard about this river. Who knows what lives in it? You continue until you find yourself in a large cabin through which a river flows. Head towards the riverbank. You are on the south bank of an underground river, facing across its black depth. There appears to be 4 ways of crossing. 4? What's that bell? To your left, a rusted bell bears a sign to fare service, 2 gold piece, place ring. There is also a small raft in front of you on the bank with a long stick resting beside it, which you could use to punt across the river. A rickety old bridge also crosses the water to your right. It winds its way into the darkness of the cavern. Not sure who would use a ferry down here, but maybe that's my best option. I'm not sure if I trust that bridge. Can I check my inventory? Gold, 5. How much was the ferry again? No, whatever. So I have a lantern, backpack, rope, blue candle, cheese. Okay. $2 gold piece. Ring the bell. The bell gives you a dull clang, and after a few moments, out of the darkness, you see a withered old man rowing a small boat. He rows slowly across to your moors. Moors the boat and limps towards you. Let's speak to him. The ferryman asks you for 3 gold pieces. When you protest at the price, he mumbles some flimsy excuse about inflation. He begins to get angry at your protestation. Pay him the 3 gold pieces. We have 5, we're good. He calms down, takes the gold, and rows you across the north banks. Well, bank. Minus 3 gold pieces, I don't care. After mooring the boat, he ambles off down the passageway. Get off the boat. You are now standing on the north bank in a large underground cavern. The most striking thing is a massive structure to the north, built into the wall itself. It emanates a feeling of dread as it looms over the riverbank. To the right of the huge structure... Oh, for fuck's sakes! Ah, right what I'm speaking to. To the right of the huge structure is a smaller but still imposing building. A cave wall. Directly to the east is a wooden building near the bridge. Half-finished wooden boats lies nearby, as though in progress. Let's go to a huge structure. Okay. You walk along the sand to a massive structure. Stone steps lead upwards into the structure itself. Near the steps, a path leads west to a tower, leaning upwards on the side of the main structure. Let's go into the tower first. I don't like that building. You decide to walk westward and reach the tower. The sandy path continues until you reach some stone steps that lead upwards. Just as you are about to climb the steps, you suddenly feel angry about being here, within Firetop Mountain, chasing some vague quest. I should have killed Keith when he suggested he send me into this awful quest. I really want to leave this place. Something strange seems to be happening to you, and it seems to be getting worse. Your anger and frustration increase. This place is affecting you somehow. Fuck. Well, I did gain 1 luck, so this cancels out. Climb towards the tower. A light glows from the tower entrance. You walk through the opening, and before you know it, you stumble upon a set of spiral stairs. The stairs are cracked and old and do not seem to be held up by any supporting structure. Your thoughts are starting to become darker and more sinister. I can't shake the feeling that I need to hit someone or something very hard. No. This is starting to be a pain. It's driving my luck away. I have 5 now. You decide not to climb the tower, instead return back to main entrances. Don't stop. I click to continue. I feel much calmer now that I left that tower. That was a strange feeling. Climb 4 bony stones. You follow the steps leading up to the looming building. Looking upwards, you occasionally see golden glints on the ceiling. You wonder if there is a gold vein running through the ceiling of the cavern. The golden glints begin to disappear, followed by a high-pitched shrieking and a heavy sound of leathery wings. They were eyes. That doesn't sound good. You don't say. Oh, great. Ah, shit. Ah, yes. Oh, that's the alarm. Time's up. I'll finish this battle first, and probably die while doing so. Oh, actually, my health gone up. Yeah. Actually, fuck that, I'm attacking this person. Shit. Facing Shrek. Come on, come on, come on. Attack. Get out of the way. God damn. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Screw you. I'm moving over here. I don't care where you move. I'll still hit you with that. Stay where you are? Please? That ain't good. I knew it. Yeah, they can't hit forward. Good. Screw you. Quick jump. That's one down. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. How the hell did I win that clash? That's my question. Yeah! Oh, they can hit forward. They just never bothered. You lost 6 stamina. You gained 15 souls. You have defeated giant bats. Can I save? Please? With the giant bat slain, you cautiously continue up the stairs. Thankfully, there are no more creatures lurking in darkness, and you reach the top safely. Yay! There's a bench there. Surrounding you is an eerie graveyard. There are gravestones littered about, and trees made from stone cast ominous shadows across the ground. Nearby, there is a bench where you may rest. A skull leers at you from the archway. It appears to be the entrance to a crumbling bridge of stairs that traverse a large pit, glowing with ethereal blue lights, which also appears like eyes. The feeling of death and decay surrounds you, and you sense that this place is one of arcane ancient evil. Sit down at the bench. Warily, you decide to stop and rest at the bench in the graveyard. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm gonna be stopping it here. Okay. And, yeah. So, what I'm gonna be doing these days, what I'm gonna be doing is, whenever I'm gonna be recording, I'm gonna try something new every time. I'm only ever going to continue a series if, for example, the likes on the video is equal or greater than half my amount of subscribers at the moment. If I get like 300 subscribers at one point, which is definitely not right now, or anytime soon, because I'm probably going to need to upload more often for that to happen, I'm going to give a fixed number of likes first. But for now, I'm just going to be throwing stones in the dark, as you might say, trying a few games here and there. Like I said, I don't have that many games, so I might be just playing what I feel like it and recording that. But also, I might just not be recording anything for a while, because, as I said, I don't have that many games. I only have one monitor, which I can either play on console or on computer. My computer can't run the recording software and the games at the same time most of the time. And yeah. Also, sometimes I just don't feel like recording because some games are a major pain to record. This one, not so much. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised. Yeah, so I'll just leave you guys with that, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.